Hey guys, this is Landon Blake with Redefined Horizons, and I'm going to do another short Inkscape tutorial video today. And in this particular video, I'm going to show you how the Align and Distribute Objects tool works. In my Inkscape instance, it's right here on the right hand side on this toolbar. So if we go ahead and press that button, it'll pop up this tray, this panel here. This is the tool. And so I'm going to show you how to use a couple of these tools, mostly the Align and the Distribute tools. So I've got Inkscape open here with a brand new 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I put a grid on that's 1/10 of an inch by 1/10 of an inch, the grid there. So every 1/2 an inch we've got a major grid line. And so what I'm going to do is draw a couple shapes. Draw a rectangle first. And most of the time I find that the Align and Distribute and the also when you're trying to align objects with the object snaps, which we'll cover in a different video, usually works better if your objects don't have stroke. So I usually get everything positioned first and then do the stroke after. If you can do that, it works a little better. So I'm going to turn off the stroke there, and we're going to give that a fill. Give it a pink fill. Okay, now I'm going to draw a couple other shapes. So I'm going to draw some vertical bars here. So I'm just duplicating those with the Control D key. You can also use this edit duplicate to make those copies. And then I'm going to window select these bars and give them a slightly different color there. Actually, it's a really different color, a different color green. And then I'll show you how this works. So the first thing I want to show you, we'll just take one of these squares and we're going to pull it down here, one of these boxes, and I'm going to make it a little bigger. But I'm purposely making it smaller than the pink box. And so the first thing I want to show you is how to center this shape and the other shape there. Now, you have a number of settings you can use here. You can align relative to the selection area, the drawing, the page, the smallest object, the biggest object, the first object you select. I find that I work best with the last object selected. So what that means is the last object you select is not going to move. Everything is going to move relative to that. Okay, that's the opposite of first selected. If you use first selected, everything moves in relation to the first object. And I'll actually just show you both those. So I'm going to use first selected relative to first selected first. And what we're going to do, these are the two buttons I use most commonly. This will center on the vertical axis, and this will center on the horizontal axis, this button. So you can see there, I've centered the pink box, moved there just a little bit, centered on the vertical axis. And then when I click this button, you're going to see a lot more movement. This will drop down now and it'll be centered. Okay, so now that pink box is centered on the green box. Okay, but that's not what I really wanted to do, just showing you how that first selected works. What I really want to do is center the green box and the pink box. So to do that, we're going to change it to last selected, and I'm going to select the pink box last on purpose. And now you can see I can move that green box now is centered relative to the pink box. The pink box didn't move. Alright, so I want to show you a few more of these here, other options we've got. So I'm going to select this green box first and then the pink box. And you can see here that we can align. First I'm going to center it horizontally, okay, with this button here. Then I'll just show you different options here. You can align the left, center, align the right. Okay, then we can do the same thing now. Center that vertically. You can do align to the top, center vertically, align to the bottom. Okay. Alright, now let me show you how a few of these other tools work. Other buttons in this tool. Okay, so I've got some vertical bars here. They're not spaced equally. Okay. And I want to space those equally with the Distribute tool. So if I select all those now and I say I'm going to click on this button that says Distribute Centers equidistantly horizontally. Those are now, there's now exactly equal white space gap between those. Okay, you can also do that with the right edges or the left edges, or make the gaps equal. So I'll show you that. Okay, and then you can do the same thing if we had these spaced vertically. Excuse me. And you want these gaps to be exactly equal. Window select those, and this time we're going to say distribute centers equally. Okay. Alright, so those are just some basics of the align and distribute dialog, and if we got time we'll go back, we'll do another video, and we'll cover some more of these different options we've got here.